Hello, I'm Jo. Welcome to your second trimester prenatal yoga class. In this class, we're going to be focusing on utilizing that extra energy you've got. You've gotten beyond your first trimester, where there might have been a fair bit of morning sickness and a sense of lethargy as this beautiful being started to take its role in your whole being. And now your system's settled a little bit more with it. So you've got a bit more energy to get back to you and to build strength and flexibility and mobility in your body such that you can prepare for your birth experience. So in this session, we're going to be focusing on doing some balancing to integrate your core, integrate more strength with your legs, and also your arms. We'll be using the wall a fair bit as well, so you have support just in case you haven't done a lot of balancing before. And we're also going to be encouraging the relaxation and stretching of all those muscles that are currently just getting a little bit more stress put on them, like the lower back, like your hips, like your shoulders, like your head and your neck. And we're really going to encourage your whole body to open up, feel nice and strong and vital. So join me now and let's practice together.
Okay, let's begin by just taking a few deep breaths here, setting your intention for your practice, maybe to love yourself more. When you're ready, taking a nice deep breath in, bringing the hands up and coming up onto the toes. Inhaling into the heart and exhaling, projecting the fingers down, getting comfortable in your stance. Repeating this 2 more times, just creating more connection, length and space in your body and becoming more aware of your breath. Exhaling perhaps as you come up onto the toes and extend the arms, and inhaling as you draw the hands back in, exhaling as you extend them down. On this next one, grabbing hold of your right wrist, pressing up through the right side, and then gently leaning over to the left, then allowing your right hip to draw further right, deepening the stretch. When you're ready, coming back up, swapping over to the left, drawing up through the left side, and then gently leaning over to the right, letting the left hip move further out. Soft knees. As you're ready, drawing the hands together, coming up on those toes again, inhaling to the heart and exhale, projecting the fingers down. We'll call this a reset in our practice. From here, as you're ready, turning over to your right, nice deep breath in, reaching the arms out and drawing up onto those toes, drawing the hands down through the heart and extending them towards the earth. Repeating this 2 more times, just with that gentle rotation, allowing more length and space in the body, as well as testing out your balance. Always nice to start slow and easy when we come into our practice to get the body used to the different directions that we might not move into during our normal day. From here, let's wrap the hands around the body, further around to our right, and maybe tuck the chin in towards our right shoulder to encourage more stretch in the neck. As you're ready, gently releasing the arms back up, coming back to center and up on the toes. Taking a nice big inhale, projecting those fingers down, resetting, and then twisting to the left. Let's take 3 repetitions here, up on the toes, to the heart, and projecting down. 2 more times. Really getting into that breath, encouraging an increase in our lung capacity as well as that length and space. And then when you're ready, twisting further around to the left, maybe once again looking out over the shoulder and tucking the chin in to stretch through the neck. Continuing to breathe deeply. And when you're ready, gently unwind, reaching those arms up once again, coming up on the toes as you exhale. Inhale into the heart, exhale, project those fingers down. Beautiful work. From here now, we're going to gently curl ourselves inwards, folding forwards. Just doing what you can. If your belly's a little bit bigger, if you've popped already, just keep the hands on the shins or maybe on the thighs so you have space for your belly to gently draw towards the thighs. There's no need to be uncomfortable. Our goal is to just gently open up through the back of the body. Maybe a gentle sway might be fun. And then gently rolling all the way back up, arms to touch again, coming up on those toes. Inhale to the heart and gently releasing the hands behind as you exhale. Let's draw the heels of the hands to the top of the buttocks, elbows towards each other. Press into the feet and lengthen up through the front of the body. Not too much. Gently maybe lifting up if it's uncomfortable. Just keep the chin tucked in and gently open up the front. To come out, tuck that chin back in and gently come back upright. Arms touch, reset. Beautiful work. From here, as you're ready, we're just going to do a little bit more to open the body. Squatting down, letting the buttocks draw back and the arms draw forward for balance. Draw the arms back behind, elbows in towards the body to open those beautiful shoulders. And then spending 2 or 3 counts here, just whatever you can do to allow yourself to squat down, building that leg strength, also building the core strength here, really focusing on drawing those elbows back and around to open the shoulders and squatting down as low as you can without losing your balance. Just repeating this with your own breath. Well done. Let's do one more. Beautiful work. From here, let's squeeze the hips forwards, opening up through the hip creases here, engaging our buttocks, which supports our lower back, and really using the feet. Press them down into the earth and really draw those fists back, draw that pelvis forwards. Beautiful. From here, as you're ready, let's draw the arms up, once again coming up on the toes. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, project the fingers down. Now let's take a little break after that hard work. Let's encourage our breath as we stand with our feet under our hips, hips above the feet, shoulders above the hips, ears above the shoulders, palms facing forward, and just letting the breath move in and out. When you're ready, next inhale, let's draw ourselves up to reset the spine. Breathing into the heart, and then gently turning around to our right, stepping the right foot forwards and bending the knee, stepping the left foot back and taking the left heel in 45 degrees. Rolling that left hip forward, so we're squaring the hips to be front on, tucking the tailbone under so the hips face forwards and we're not leaning into the lower back. Maybe reaching the arms up, reaching those fingers for the sky, or you can always have the hands at the heart or hands on the hips if that's more comfortable. It really depends on your shoulders. From here, let's lengthen that right leg, place our hands above the knee, and then gently just draw our hands down until you find a spot that's comfortable. Either staying here as you lengthen or reaching your left arm up towards the sky. This is called side angle pose in yoga. When you're ready, allowing that left hand back down to meet the right, coming out nice and slow. And then let's turn the right toes in and the left toes out. And then we're going to roll that right thigh inward to square the hips and bend into the left knee, having the knee above the ankle and shuffling our foot forward or back if we need to so we're nice and stable. Pressing through the outer blade of the right foot and feeling the tailbone scooping under as you reach the arms up to the heart, or maybe it's hands to the hips. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Continuing to breathe, Nice deep full breaths. And then when you're ready, lengthening your left knee without locking the knee joint, planting the hands just above the knee and sliding down just as far as feels okay. Nice long line through the spine and the legs. If you wish, gently twisting around and opening your left arm up to the sky, maybe holding your belly if it's a little bit bigger at the moment, maybe tucking the chin and gazing up, and then when you're ready, gently coming back out the way you came in. From here, let's turn both toes in now, and then having a comfortable wide-legged stance, let's interlace the hands behind the body, draw the shoulders back and down. Let the toes turn out and press the hips forwards by engaging the buttocks, maybe gazing up if that's comfortable. When you're ready, gently turning the toes back in and walking your hands down towards the floor, keeping the toes turned in to help stretch out through the outside of the legs and the sacroiliac joint into the hips, also stretching the lower back and spine here, and releasing your head and neck. Continuing to breathe, as always. When you're ready, walking your hands back in and heel toe those feet back under your hips, and slowly using your hands, drawing yourself all the way back up. Coming up on the toes when you're ready, as you reset your spine, and then slowly walking to the wall. From here, you're going to put your right hand on the wall. Place the weight into your right leg without locking into the knee. We always want soft knees here to use the muscles, and then hug your left knee into the chest, keeping your shoulders back and down nice and relaxed as you gaze forward towards a point that's not moving. In yoga, this is called a drishti, your point of focus. If at any time you feel a little unstable, just use the wall to support you, and if you're feeling confident and aligned, maybe both hands are away. From here, let's now draw the heel in towards your buttock of the left leg. And I'm just going to show you here, you want to have the feeling of kicking the foot into the hands as if it could kick away, and you want that feeling of the knee trying to draw up in towards the body. This is going to deepen the stretch of your quad muscle on that left side. Soft right knee. And if you want, you can grab hold with both hands or just keep your other hand on the wall. All right, from here, we're going to come into a wall variation of tree pose. Let's draw our heel, our left heel, to either our ankle, our calf, or our inner thigh. We always want to make sure we've got the foot either above or below the knee, never on. The knee doesn't like to work sideways. We also want to support our belly here and feel that alignment. If you're comfortable, maybe both hands come together at the heart. You've got your drishti, your point of focus. And if you have any wobbles, just gently come back in, steady yourself with the wall. If you're comfortable though, maybe you reach the arms up and bring the index finger and thumb to touch as you breathe. In Jnana Mudra, the mudra of wisdom. Mudras support us to cultivate certain states of peace and tranquility in the body. When you're ready, let's draw that left knee in towards the center, and then just gently move through the ankle, the knee, circle a few times through the hips, just encouraging those joints to be nice and supple. And then step a little further away from the wall. Step your left foot behind, bend both knees, and maybe turn towards the wall, or maybe just turn a little. Whatever feels comfortable for you, just giving yourself that little twist is going to help to stretch out through the hips. From here, as you're ready, we're going to now do the other side. I'm going to walk over to the other wall, and you're going to draw your weight into your left leg. You're going to place your left hand against the wall and draw your right knee in towards the chest. Flex the toes to encourage the engagement of those muscles and engagement of the core. Here is also helpful to feel like you're growing roots into the earth with your standing leg, and drawing up through the pelvic floor, your crown reaching towards the heavens. Now let's take that foot behind on the right side and feel as though we're kicking the foot into the hands and the knees wanting to draw up in towards the body. Both hands can be on the foot, or you can keep your left hand against the wall for support. Beautiful work. Let's set up our tree pose. Sole of foot to ankle, calf or inner thigh. Above or below the knee, never on. I'm going to put it on my calf, and I'm going to encourage the opening of the hips. If you're comfortable, both hands can be in prayer at the heart or just stay connected to the wall. Maybe the arms raise up. Maybe index finger and thumb touch in Jnana Mudra. So you feel like you're growing roots into the earth and reaching up for the stars, encouraging again that length and space as well as focus through our balances. All right, let's release the ankle, the knee, and let's do a few circles through the hips when you're ready. And then from here, we step away from the wall a little. Let's step our foot behind, gently turn perhaps towards the wall. Just stretching out those hips, creating a twist through the body, just a gentle one. If at any time it feels too much, just do a little less. And then when you're ready, gently unwind and just walking back towards the center of the room. Let's take a nice deep breath in and reset that spine. Feet underneath the hips as always to be nice and balanced in our body, particularly as our weight distribution changes with the baby. We want to make sure that we feel stable, we feel supported by ourselves, comfortable in our body. Let's repeat that reset one more time after all that balancing. And when you're ready, let's close the eyes, gently aligning our body, palms facing forwards, and just taking some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose, or in through nose, out through mouth, whatever feels more relaxing for you. And when you're ready, gently allowing the eyes to open, stepping the feet about 3 hip widths apart, toes pointing out, and we're going to gently relax down into a squat. And as you inhale, reach the arms up through the front of the body. What we're doing here is drawing the energy all the way up, and we sink all the way down, encouraging again that connection, that grounding with the earth. It is so important when we're pregnant, when we're growing this being, that we feel like we're supported by the earth and supported by ourselves. From here, you're going to lean over towards your right and over towards your left, just encouraging not only that lengthening and strengthening of our body, but also allowing for some different movements. Whenever we move our body in different ways, we remind it to grow in different ways so we don't end up stuck. And it's wonderful to find your own expression here. Beautiful work. Let's take a nice deep breath in and draw those arms out to the sides now, stretching out through the arms as you strengthen those legs, encouraging again that space and length in the body, pumping the blood all around your whole being. And then as you're ready, just heel toe those feet in, getting nice and comfortable, and let's reset. Between different poses and movements, it's always great to reset so we can rebalance the body. It's great for any prevention of injury, and also just great to refocus ourselves as we continue our practice. Well done. Let's close our eyes again and come back to the breath. Breathing with your whole being. And then as you're ready, we're going to do some wall push-ups to encourage our upper body strength. Taking the arms out nice and wide. And just gently allowing the elbows out to the sides, opening through the chest. The further away from the wall of the feet, the more difficult this will be, because the more you're having to move. It's also great to work our triceps here by taking the hands a little narrower and keeping the elbows nice and close now. Keeping your tailbone gently scooping under here to support the activation of the core. Again, if you walk further forward, it's less intense. If you walk your feet further back, it will be more intense. Just changing the movement to suit your body, your needs in this moment. And then from here, let's walk back to center. And once again, let's reset. 3 rounds. Nice deep breaths. Shoulders nice and supple now. Whole body nice and long now after all that stretching. 1 more. And then as you're ready, just palms once again by the sides. Come back to the breath. Close the eyes. Beautiful. From here, let's gently make our way down to the floor, however you need to comfortably. And let's come onto all fours. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're just going to start by gently reaching our right arm forward and then alternating to the left arm. Just noticing what that feels like in the body, whether that feels difficult or easy. And then from here, we're going to incorporate the legs. Let's extend back through that right leg and just notice, is it more comfortable to have the toes tucked or untucked? So we extend through that back leg and then maybe left arm now draws forwards. Great for the brain and great for the core. We're just going to do it for a short while each side. As we move to the other side, left leg back, right arm forward. And just good to activate everything, but no need to force or strain. If you really enjoyed the push-ups against the wall, you could also do a little push-up here, yoga push-up with the elbows nice and close, but no need if it doesn't feel right. From here, take the knees wide and settle the hips back towards the heels. Toes are untucked now, unless you want to keep them tucked. And it's always great to find some props, some cushions to make yourself more comfortable. So just making sure you've got those around. You can always pause this and grab some other things so that you're completely supported in your practice. Reaching those arms forwards if that feels good, palms down or palms up, chin tucking in. And then when you're ready, you're looking towards your hands and then walking them over to your right, letting your hips move a little over to the left to again support that opening through the left side of the body. And then as you inhale, gently drawing back to center, a little sway just to rebalance. And then taking a nice deep breath in and walking the hands over to the other side, hips over to the right, breathing into that right side and wherever you feel the stretch. By breathing into those areas, we encourage the nervous system and the muscles to release. That deepens our experience of relaxation. Let's walk the hands back to center and gently sway once again. And then if it's comfortable, draw the hands forwards and snake that body between the hands, just doing as little or as much as you like. This full body movement, totally up to you how you do it. But it's just really nice to snake that spine. And then as you've done 3 rounds, let's lift those knees and come into a downward facing dog. Armpits draw inwards towards each other, fingers are spread nice and wide, hips nice and high, and we pedal through the heels to open through the calves and the hammies, and then bend the knees and really focus on pressing those hips back. From here, let's lower the knees down and draw our right knee towards our right wrist, right ankle towards left, and shuffle the left leg back, top of the foot on the floor. Let's gently sway ourselves from side to side and either stay here with the hands on the mat or come down on the forearms or support ourselves with a cushion in whatever way feels good. Our goal is to relax the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen the whole spine from the back of the head and neck all the way to the tailbone. This is particularly good for stretching out the piriformis muscle, which is the muscle that gets chronically tight in sciatica. And when it comes to pregnancy, we can have even more stress in this area of the body, as well as our lower back as our belly protrudes forwards. So a beautiful posture here. And when you're ready, let's walk the hands back up. Let the body gently snake up. Let's bend the back knee and gently slide that right leg back to all fours. And then once again, let's gently draw the hips back and then snake that body through. 3 times, just encouraging the movement of the whole spine, snaking forwards and back. Just doing again as little or as much as feels okay. And then when you're ready, let's tuck the toes and find your downward facing dog so we can stretch out those legs after that long hold, particularly on the right side. Once again, bend the knees and draw the hips further back to really stretch out the spine. And then when you're ready, let's take those knees down and we're going to swap over to the left. So left knee towards left wrist. Left ankle towards right. Shuffle right leg back. Nice slow movements as we gently come down as far as feels okay, using the cushion or not. Sometimes the different sides of the body are different, and so we allow for that. Whatever side is tighter, we spend a bit more time on that side. And whatever we're feeling, let's breathe into the areas that are stretching. Just allowing yourself to keep relaxing, surrendering. On your next inhale, let's gently walk those hands back in, swaying the body, bending that right knee so we can come back to all fours. And then once again, let's draw the hips back to the heels, snaking the body between the hands 3 times. Really working the whole body in this practice, but gently and mindfully. And then when you're ready, finding your downward facing dog, but this time perhaps the heels are drawing towards the mat completely to deepen that stretch to the calves, maybe looking from right to left to encourage the opening through that neck. And then as it feels right for you, let's take the knees back down and let's allow the hips to sit on the soles of the feet. If this is uncomfortable for you as you breathe into your belly, grab a cushion and pop it between your calves and your hamstrings or buttocks so you can sit up a little taller, tucking that tailbone under a little and then cradling your belly, breathing into your belly and your baby, Deep belly breaths are fantastic for relaxing everything. From here, releasing the cushion if you have one. Let the legs come to one side. Take the sole of the left foot to the inner thigh of the right. Extend your right leg out in front and maybe grab a blanket or a strap if you need that you're going to wrap around the sole of your right foot as you flex the toes towards the shin. If you don't have one, just grab hold of your calf instead, or if you're really flexy today, the foot, sitting up nice and tall. And then when you're ready, let's reach the arms up as you inhale and reach the arms forwards as you exhale. Just using that free movement and breath to deepen the stretch, grabbing hold of your strap or grabbing hold of the foot or the calf or behind the knee. And encourage the shoulders draw back and down, keeping the spine nice and long. Choosing the positioning of your hand such that your belly is comfortable. Doing less as always if you need to. And then perhaps if it feels good or better, you can walk the hands to the inside of the right leg. A little bit more stretch evenly the side of the spine, lower back in particular. And then slowly, when you're ready, gently rolling your spine up. And now we're going to take our left ankle and place it on top of the right thigh. Again, targeting our lower back and hips here. If you like, you can grab your strap or your blanket, or if you're quite comfortable, just using your hands. Focusing on keeping your shoulders even and your shoulders back and down. Spine nice and long, your belly drawing towards the legs. And then when you're ready, gently releasing your left leg, both legs out in front, and just shuffle them around a little bit just to encourage blood flow. Swapping over to the other side now, so extending the left leg out in front and flexing those toes, right sole of foot to the inner thigh, and let's breathe those arms up and forwards as you exhale. Repeating that one more time. And then as you're ready, grab your strap or your blanket. Nice deep breath in, lengthening up through the spine first. Draw your heart forwards and just choosing your positioning so that you're comfortable. Breathing up and down your spine, into your hips. And then whenever you're ready, walking the hands to the inside of the left leg. Just changing the stretch a little bit. Finding what works for you. As you're ready, let's gently release. Right ankle, left thigh. Nice deep breath in to lengthen the spine once again. Use your blanket or strap if you need to. Keep those shoulders back and down. Keep the neck nice and long. If you like, you can press a little more onto that right knee just to encourage a deeper stretch to the hips. And then when you're ready, gently releasing. Let's draw the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And then once again, reaching the arms up and reaching them forwards. Let's do that 3 times. Body nice and used to this now. Coordinating breath and movement, the best way to stay relaxed. Let's release the arms forwards, palms up, and if you like, sway a little from side to side. Again, opening through that lower back, back of hips, real target area prenatally. The belly is just resting on the inside of those legs. And then when you're ready, curling yourself up. Let's take the hands behind the hips and open up the front of the body, just a little sway. And let's stretch out from the sides of the body as well, lowering left hand and stretching over with the right arm. And then swapping over to the other side. One breath, one movement. Twisting around when you're ready, both sides. And then drawing the legs together and shuffling your hips towards your heels of your feet until your knees are above your heels, finding a position that's comfortable for the arms, somewhere between shoulder height and the hips, palms up or palms down, nice long neck. When you're ready, press into the feet and gently lift and lower your hips, feeling the rocking sensation of your pelvis, trying to keep your knees above your ankles, don't let them splay out to the sides, and just gazing up towards the sky as you lift and lower. This is great again for releasing the hips, stretching out the hips, and also engaging our buttocks to support our lower back. Also fantastic for stretching out through the shoulders and the body. And then to do a little bit more for the pelvic floor, just lifting the heels of the feet and continuing to lift and lower, just as much as feels okay for you. But here we really feel that pelvic floor engaging because it has to. Continuing to breathe nice and deeply. And then when you're ready, separating the feet a little wider, taking the knees over to your right, gazing towards your right knees. And then from here, lifting your left hip further away and over to the right. Feel like you're pressing into the left foot. And then when you're ready, swapping the knees over to the left, gazing over to the left, and then lifting the right hip further away. It's really beautiful for stretching out through the body. And then as it feels right, swapping back over to the right, doing once more each side, breathing deeply, just always encouraging that balance in the body by working both sides. From here, gently allowing your right hip to draw towards the wall, and then gently allowing the legs up the wall. Allowing yourself to lie down, maybe propping the hips up on a block or a pillow, and taking a position that works for your body. Maybe feet wider apart or closer together, maybe arms out to the sides or on the belly, or one hand on the heart, one hand on your belly, and just let go. Let your breath release you deeper into the earth, finding maximum comfort here. Let your breath travel deep down into the depths of your belly. Rest your eyes and let everything melt. Just keep breathing. Keep releasing. Trust that you are allowed to take all the time you need. And when you finish your next breath, let's roll over onto the left side. And just take your time, gently coming up, Coming into a comfortable seat, maybe propping yourself up on a cushion so you're sitting on the edge and the pelvis can be a little more open. Let the backs of the hands rest on the knees. Let the shoulders roll back and down. And just take some nice deep breaths in and out through nose, or in through nose, out through mouth. If you feel any need to sigh or yawn, letting yourself do this as well. All beautiful to help release tension and stress from our bodies. And as you're ready, let's draw the hands into prayer position in front of the heart. Draw the palms to the third eye and then reach them up to the sky. Separate the palms and draw them down to the earth. Bowing down and just expressing your gratitude for everything you have done for yourself and your beautiful Baba today. Maybe one hand on the heart and one hand on your belly. Just continuing to breathe. And then as you're ready, just moving however feels good, gently opening the eyes. Maybe staying seated, or if it feels appropriate, coming up to standing to incorporate your whole body and just releasing, enjoying this free movement, doing whatever comes to you spontaneously. This is preparing us for birth, because birth is never the same. No two people will ever have the same experience. So by doing this for ourselves, moving for ourselves, we build that empowerment to just go with our own flow. Continuing to breathe and move for as long as feels right for you. Testing the waters of moving differently, spontaneously, and just letting the movements get slower and slower until you find your natural stop, until you find your natural end. Maybe resting your hands on your belly, maybe moving through your hips just as some of your final movements. This area of your body is the essential part for your birthing process, so let's give it the love and attention it needs. Let's connect that area to the rest of the body as you're ready. Breathing into it, enjoying all of it. Head and neck too, wrists and ankles too. And then as you're ready, thank you so much for joining me on your journey towards birth. If you would like any more support, I'm here for you. Go well.